They gotta repopulate. Man's just said, yeah, pedophiles are cool. Like, what? You're gonna start the episode there, I just know it.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crap shoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host, James.
Dude, these people are insane.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's so fucking weird.
I am going to start the episode right there. Because a lot of things have happened this week, James.
A lot of things have happened, but for me to really quickly clear up, I'm telling JD about this.
No, I don't think you are going to clear that up. Let's move on.
JD, I'm taking my headphones off. I'm talking about this homophobic dude who's like, being gay is wrong, but if it was men in baby girls, it would be fine. It would be fine. And I'm just sitting here like, the homophobes are fucking insane. You tell them, hey, I'm gay, and they're like, you're a fucking disgrace.
Insane is a weird way to say based.
JD, no. Dude, it's like whenever I hear people say, like, especially British people who say this.
I think you're just angry about the fact that you're skibbity toilet and he's not.
I think I'm just angry that this guy paid $50K for this animation.
I think you're kind of just angry that he's better at mewing than you. That he's looked maxed harder than you have.
Dude, we gotta add the Verbalase Thanos rap as one of the sound.
Let me show you how to scratch it. I can't beatbox. If that wasn't obvious.
So if it's not clear what we're talking about, is that
Verbal
good for
ace.
you to start there?
Yeah, that's the first topic I want to talk about.
Verbalase.
Verbalase, because it's like it's a play on words. It's verbal and an ace, like he's an ace at verbalness. Verbal ace. Yeah,
that's stupid.
It's kind of I don't think it's stupid.
Cool,
I think it's
like
cool.
Our names, Gizmo works and James no last name.
Yeah, wow, that's
crap shoot.
So cool.
Crap parachute. Not how it's supposed to be spelled.
Yeah, wow, such original names.
We're so much cooler.
Yeah, James, we're the premier
based.
Parties to ask about whether or not names are clever or not.
I've intellectually defeated you, us the Verbalase.
There is one thing that we have on Verbalase though, and it's that we didn't spend $50K on an animation.
But Verbalase, even more of a shame, spent $50,000 on a cartoon that was not fucking worth $50,000. Like, you want to? It looks like it's worth $50,000 and even more. The actual show, the original pilot.
I don't know.
I think quality of like what they've done. Especially like all the Hazbin Hotel stuff, but like all of I mean that definitely is more than 50,000. But like the fact that
I wouldn't know. I don't think I've even seen
the pilot.
I don't even think I've seen a clip of Hazbin Hotel or anything like that.
Oh, you haven't?
So I can't comment on that. But I'll just take your word for it. So
here, I'll send you a still frame.
Yeah. So Verbalase, my man, so down bad he spent $50K on the softcore animation of him and a character from Hazbin Hotel.
Softcore is genuinely the best way to explain it.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. That's pretty much it. There's no full on nudity or anything. It's just literally implications.
No, there's emojis covering it.
There's implications, yeah.
Implications is a strong word to use for what's borderline just putting a circle around a person's dick. That's what he does. That's the only thing stopping you from seeing it.
I mean, yeah, but you're not seeing it, James. It's not there.
Yeah, but it's like when people like put like black and white filters over like a graphic scene so they don't get censored by like YouTube or whatever.
Oh, it's like
you're hiding.
They just color blood a different color.
Yeah, they just turn the blood blue. It's like
it's like a different thing, you know. It's different because like instead of turning the penis a different color, you slap a circle on it, you know. You slap an emoji on it. You slap the thonk emoji on top of the blood stain, and you don't see the blood stain anymore, so it's different.
Just put Adam or the Thinker statue on top of it. Just put the Thinker on top of your dick. No one will notice.
Yeah. Just you put the Thinker's dick on top of your dick, so that it's
Adam's the one that had his dick out,
and then it's fine.
Wait, didn't Adam also? Isn't his like dick chipped off him? If I remember, or something.
What?
Or does he just have a small dick? I'm Adam, the statue.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Isn't that the name of it? Adam? because it's like the guy just standing there, and it's like that's the one that's like the infamous statue of the guy's just dick out.
Oh, the one from SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't
they
know.
covered up with a leaf.
They covered up with a clam, so I don't know.
That's what it was.
It's not a leaf.
The Verbalase.
There are no leaves in Bikini Bottom.
You're right.
Well, there's one in Sandy's house, but
yeah,
they're just coral bushes.
But so yeah, Hazbin Hotel. What do you know about Hazbin Hotel, JD?
I know it's a hotel. I know the people who made it are the same people who made
and it's for
Hell of a Boss.
What?
And Hell of a what?
What?
The same people who made Hazbin Hotel are the same ones that made Hell of a Boss?
What?
Did I get that wrong?
No clue.
No, they look pretty similar, so or the art style looks pretty similar, so
I mean you can also definitely see the characters from Hell of a Boss in the pilot episode of Hazbin Hotel because
well, if I watched it I guess I would, yeah. Yeah, and Hell of a Boss was that panel that
track for it.
It was that panel that we went to, like one of the few panels that we actually went to during
that was Hell of a Boss.
Yep. So hey,
the one that guy said to save his spot in line for him, and then we walked away, and I had to look at him, and be all sad that we like lost his spot in line.
Mm-hmm.
I always hate remembering that. I was starting to think about that today. I'm like, oh god, I hate that. I wish I just stayed till the guy got back, then left.
I see, James. Well,
yeah, but yeah, it's the same people, and I have some thoughts on this. What do you want to say on it first? Because I'm gonna ramble for a bit.
I think it's kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
It's very funny.
It just tickles.
Funny.
It tickles my brain a little bit. Makes me giggle. You know, and that's about the extent of it. Since I'm not a big fan of like, I don't watch Verbalase. I just know him from like the memes and stuff. And
I literally only knew him from the Thanos rap and the Vegeta. First of all, I am Vegeta. Second of all, you're not Vegeta. Third of all, you want to be Vegeta, but you can't be Vegeta because I am Vegeta. That's literally all I know of this guy. And now
that line goes hard. Not gonna lie. So
damn, this should go hard.
And you know, in my opinion, you can spend your money on whatever you want. And even if I think it's stupid, I mean, it's just
some things you shouldn't spend your money on.
Well, I mean, I said you can.
You can.
You can spend your money on whatever you
sometimes.
Want. I mean, there's some things that you shouldn't spend your money on, in my opinion. Like you know, this animation, but hey, if you wanted to, I guess you could. So at the end of the day, I don't really care too much about it. The song used is pretty cool, and it's not made by Verbalase. So
that was a surprise to me to learn.
You thought the song was made by Verbalase? Where'd you hear that from?
I didn't think he sung it.
No, I meant like produced it, you know.
Yeah, I hadn't heard his music before. I just knew that he did like cartoon rap battles, and so I thought he had like a girl sing this song, and then had this animated for it. And I was like, oh, that's so gross. Like all I could think was that's gross. Just like getting somebody to sing this and just like animating them like fucking like sexually attracting you and shit. It was like that feels weird if this is like a friend of yours that you had sing this or something. But apparently he didn't have anything to do with it, so it's like it's better.
Yeah, it's like a 6-year-old song or something, and
a 6-year-old song.
Let me rephrase it.
You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
Man, the failure of the English language couldn't bite me in the ass more than it just did right now. But it's called Hideaway. It's called Hideaway by Snapson. Actually, kind of a banger. Not too bad.
Not bad.
There was a when I googled the song, the first link that popped up was like this lyric video made by this dude who I think who really liked this song, I think, and he was not too happy that it got popular because of Verbalase. He called it the Verbalase drama. He called it the Verbalase drama, but I don't know even if there's any drama. It's just cut and dry, in my opinion. There's not like a controversial thing that happened. It's just a dude who's down bad.
I think there is something slightly controversial, and I'll get to that when my bit comes.
Yeah, it might be something that I'm not aware of, or not fully aware of. I think I know what you're trying to say, but
well, here I'll let you take a guess just in case we can get on another. What do you think I'm gonna say? Because I got a feeling
the animation is traced. That's what.
Well, yeah, there is that. There's a controversy that a good portion of the animation in it is traced, which I say that.
Like traced from the actual Hazbin Hotel, like just
traced from the pilot.
Okay.
Which again, I say that when I watch it, I don't see it. But like,
I mean,
think
I
that's
can
just
really
because it's
tell.
that bad of quality. Like, you can't tell one to one. And I don't mean to be like mean to the artist because
No,
it's
I think
like,
you are.
no, I'm gonna
Let's
be.
just
I
all
mean,
be
I don't
open here,
like.
James. This
I
is an
don't like
open.
people that. Well,
This
yeah,
is an
here I
open
don't like.
space. It's a crapshoot.
This is a safe space for only us.
Whoa, not safe. Open.
No, it's safe for only us. Until people come out the comments,
Safe for
then it's no
only
longer safe.
fans. So
this episode's going on OnlyFans. I don't want to shun the artist, but I'm also like, you were paid 50K and you trace the animation and like it doesn't even like kind of hold. Like, I'm not looking for like it to be a one-to-one translation, but
yeah.
like you didn't even like do really a great job. Like, I get it's
Mhm.
supposed to like resemble his animation, I'm assuming, because that's what it kind of looks like for a
I
bit.
think so. Maybe
It
yeah.
looks like it's kind of like but it's also very weird because like his character and her character don't even look like they belong. Like, they didn't stylize his character at all,
No, his
which I think
character.
is
I think
very
his
weird.
is his character the same design he uses
It's
in
the
his
same
own
exact design
animations,
he
or
uses in his own.
okay, that's probably
That's
what
where I'm like,
I thought
they
they
didn't
got it from.
style it because like whenever they do like I've watched some of the videos, they stylize the characters to be in his sort of style to
Yeah.
match up with him, but like in this one it looks like just like a very like kind of like a thin penned version of Charlie, which is the character's name from Hazbin Hotel. Like, it just
Charlie,
looks like her character. Yeah, Charlie, the daughter of the devil. That's, by the way, that's her character. She's
the
the
daughter
daughter
of
of
the
the devil.
devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you would like, content like that, demonic
Yeah, I
content like
watched it
that.
when it first came out. I've been very excited for the
You
show to come
dem
out.
you de-
Despite all the controversies, I'm so
oh,
happy that something came out from it because it's
what
been
was that one
years.
quote from that dude who was like, "Oh, the beast is demonic in nature." That's you, James. You're demonic in nature. I knew it.
Whoa.
That was- oh,
Oh. Oh.
the beast is
Um.
demonic in nature.
But yeah, there's the problem of the whole traced thing. But then my biggest problem
Hmm.
comes from something I notice a lot. Uh, there is a weird. My cat is tearing up my bed. I just heard. There's a weird sexualization of female like female characters that are in relationships with other female characters. Because Charlie is a lesbian. Or
Oh,
I think
oh,
I think they clarified she's
that's
bisexual, but she is in a
that's
relationship with another
extra
woman who is a
demonic.
lesbian. Well, yeah, because they tell whatever.
You said, well,
Uh,
yeah. Oh
but
yeah,
it's a thing that I noticed is that people hypersexualize, like straight men specifically,
yeah.
hypersexualize female or woman characters that are in relationships with other female or woman characters
Yeah,
and
well,
whatnot.
let me give you
They,
the logic here, James. Coming from straight man myself,
mm-hmm.
the top of the straight man hierarchy,
Get it
basically.
hot. Yeah, I
It's
get it. Yeah, I know how your brain works.
no, James. It's more than that. Okay,
There's a
there's like
hamster
two more
wheel with a
steps to it.
caveman version of JD running on
There's
it.
two more steps to it. Okay, it's
There's
number
two
one.
more
Okay,
steps.
it's number one. First step, they're demonic.
Uh-huh.
No, second step, demonic is criminal, and third step, criminals are hot. So there you go. That's the whole logic right there.
Okay,
You
here's
get it
my three
now?
steps. Here's
You
my
under-
3 steps. First of all, that was an underage character
do
he was
you
talking about.
understand?
Second of all, he's a political official. Third of all, are we sure maybe Agent Simmons wasn't on Epstein's plane? I'm just saying.
Uh,
But
okay. Yeah,
I
I see how it is.
I noticed this a lot with characters in shows like this, where it's like something like either Ruby, She-Ra, um, the Owl House. It's
Hmm.
literally any show that has like lesbian. I'm going to say lesbian in this case, despite one of them being bisexual. It is a lesbian relationship
It just
because it
makes
is
it
two women.
easier, I guess,
Yeah, it makes it easier, and I don't have to
to
go
think
through like the
about.
whole like woman relationship with another woman like thing over and over. It's a lesbian relationship because it is them,
Yeah, don't go
both
woke
of
on my
them.
podcast, James, please. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, here, I'll stop sucking my dick real quick. Uh, I sorry. Uh, it's a very weird thing I noticed that a lot of straight men do very often, and I'm going to assume that Verbalase is a straight guy, to be honest. Uh, just
Maybe
putting
he
that
is. I
assumption
don't
out
know.
there that fucking Hail Mary, I'm going to assume. But it is this very weird thing, and it's very fetishization. Do you know what that is? When people like fetishize stuff, like
Yeah.
the
It's just
rapper
like
Childish
sexualizing
Gambino.
stuff.
Do you know who he is?
Donald Glover,
Donald Glover. He fetishizes Asian women
Lando.
specifically. Yeah, Lando. Or as I know
I guess
him.
so. Yeah. Yeah, as I know him, Lando from the Han Solo movie.
I try to think of anything else he's done.
He's in Spider-Man.
I know, I was trying to remember his character's name, but I was like, no, the other one's more famous for that character now. The animated movie version. But
Yeah.
yeah, he fetishizes Asian women, so it's very similar to that of like straight men that fetishize lesbians. That have the whole like one night with me could change their mind type shit.
I could fix them.
Yeah, I could fix them, but like
Got
in the
him.
most toxic way. Not like you actually want to help a person.
I see.
um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
a
think I know about
yeah.
that.
You know
Because
about that?
yeah, it happens a lot in anime too. But like
Yeah.
the other way around. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know it.
I mean, it also does kind of happen in anime with like Sailor Moon being a good example
Yeah.
of the like lesbian characters and then being forced into a straight relationship for years because like American censors and whatnot, and then being allowed to be lesbians again.
Sailor Moon was gay?
There were two gay Sailor Moons, and then instead in the American version they were made into cousins, which made it weird, as you can tell.
Huh. So at first it was okay, and then all of a sudden it became incestuous.
Oh, well, we
Oh
can't have incestuous relationships now.
no, America was like it was at a studio in Alabama, and they were like, well, we don't approve of those kinds of relationships, but if they were cousins, now hear me out.
It's like how in Transformers, technically the first gay relationship is in the Japanese dub of Beast Wars because they made a girl character a guy, and then there's a kiss between the two characters later on. They're like they're gay now.
There it is, canon.
Well,
Whoop, whoop. Gay.
well, we dug our hole.
Can't fill back up now.
Too far down. Better keep going.
Yeah, I always forget. Sorry, I always forget there's more, that they're all called Sailor Moon. I thought Sailor Moon was just the main girl, like the one that's blonde.
They're all called sailors. Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus. I hate that I know this, but I know this only because Michael Jones talks about it all the time.
Is he a big fan of Sailor Moon?
Him and Lindsay Jones are huge fans and always talk about it whenever they get a chance.
I see.
A lot of the off-topic podcast used to be them talking about Sailor Moon with Fiona Nova or whoever was on that week.
Uh-huh.
And then bringing up this fact all the time.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus. I think the only one that isn't a thing is Sailor Earth and Sailor Pluto. I think those are the only two that aren't sailors.
Oh, but they're still called sailors, or
no? Sorry, I meant like those are the only sailors that don't exist. Is Earth and Pluto?
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
I meant to say it like that and fucked it
well, it's
up.
because Pluto's not a planet anymore. So
For some reason, to be honest.
Well, it's a dwarf
They
planet
fucked over
now. It's
Pluto.
too small.
It's a dwarf planet. It's
You know, I mean, obviously, I think it's average, but you know, but they say that it's too small. They say that it's too small, but you know, it's like average. Maybe it's like above average, slightly
Pluto's
above
actually
average.
a pear-shaped Earth.
Yeah. Well, you know what else is pear-shaped? These nuts.
My ass. Beat you to it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. I think Verbalase will just recover from it. I don't think this will be like a huge stop on his like career or anything. I mean he's so big now.
No, people are gonna forever remember this.
They'll remember it, yeah, but like, I think he'll still be fine.
Oh, I think this situation is very akin to a few that happened before.
Yeah, what happened before?
Two of them that I'm going to bring up. One of them kind of leads into the whole like fetishization of lesbian characters.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Universe, very infamous for a bunch of gay relationships.
Very woke. Very gay.
Very woke, very trying to brainwash your children.
Super woke?
Lesbians aren't real, guys. They're aliens.
Well, I mean, in Steven Universe, like, they are, right? They are.
They are.
In universe, they are.
But So stupid. But yeah, you're such idiots. But yeah, one of the original storyboard artists for the show was a very weird dude. And like
Hmm.
that's the best way to explain him because he does
A
some weird fucking
weird
shit
dude.
now. Like he does even weirder shit now. But back then he used to draw a self insert of himself and Pearl from Steven Universe. Again, another
Hmm.
famously sexualized lesbian character.
Yeah.
Uh, he used to draw himself and Pearl in a relationship, and like he'd go kind of far. Like he'd borderline draw. I'm pretty sure, and it's like a porn of it as
Like just
well.
straight up.
Um, Straight up, I'm pretty sure
Mm.
because I've seen stuff of people talking about that, and I'm pretty sure it's like the only stuff that like hasn't been like taken from him because like he holds on to that for himself. But
You know, when you
he
say
has
that,
drawn some stuff akin to it,
when you
and
say that,
I'll bring that up in a minute.
I imagined like a one panel comic of him of that GTA scene where Franklin meets Michael in his backyard, and he's Franklin, and Pearl's just sitting on the he's sitting on the chair, and he's like, "I come back for that yacht that you offer. That's all." uh,
I wouldn't be surprised if he drew something like that
I
nowadays.
come
But
back for that yacht that you offer.
he
That's
he
all.
kept he kept showing the creator of Steven Universe, Rebecca Sugar, this stuff, and she was like very uneasy about it because she's like, "This is kind of weird, man." And it got even weirder because
Mm-hmm.
then he started drawing stuff of her and her husband in it,
Uh huh.
where it was like him and Pearl. Pearl's real, and she's in a relationship with him. And Rebecca Sugar gave them permission to get married. She totally gave him permission to get married. It's so cute and cool, and it's definitely not weird. And he would show this to her, and she's like, "I can't have you working with us
The
anymore."
least down bad storyboard artist.
The most, yeah. No, actually, that might
Uh,
go to the storyboard artists for I
There's
forget what the
another
name of it
storyboard
is.
artist like this.
There's several, and they
That's a
drew
weird
actual porn of the
coinkadink.
characters and uploaded it. It's
Hmm.
so fucking gross. Uh,
It sounds funny to
the
me.
it's
It's funny when I've never seen it.
I forget what the show was, but it's the oh man, I can't believe I forgot. I think Wander something or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
that sounds about right.
yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
You got it.
man. It has frogs. Like I genuinely can't remember the name of it because I didn't like watch it or anything. I just remember hearing about this. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! But like a ton of the storyboard artists drew their characters in porn and would upload it, which is very disgusting. Firstly, because it's they're professionals doing this, and it's like
Yeah,
there's
professional porn
nothing wrong.
artist.
I'm not shitting on people that draw it, but I'm shitting on the
No, I
people
think
that
you
like
kind of
you are the
are.
ones drawing the show, drawing it, and these are underage characters, so it's very gross.
That would make it gross. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of why it makes it gross. Like, firstly, professional, and then I realized they were underage characters, and I'm like, that's even worse, man. They're like, well, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean,
Okay, but
I think you could
this guy,
professionally draw porn.
the Steven Universe guy, he got booted from the show because he like made people feel uncomfortable and whatnot. And what he does now
That's
is
so weird to me. That's
it's
strange. How that
so
happened.
crazy. Who could have seen that
That's
coming?
wild.
And who could have seen this pivot turn of a career coming? He now draws sexualized Pearl uh, doing very right wing leaning stuff, like hugging a buff Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I literally have to see if I can find it because I think I still have the Twitter post that I found that on.
I mean, hey, that's just called being based.
It's so
That's called
gross.
being based. That's look maxing.
Dude, nobody romanticizes the idea of Donald Trump quite like his followers because it's like insane. Dude, they're like actually fucking clinically insane.
They see reality for, they see a different
Oh,
reality.
oh my god, I
They see
forgot.
the
He
evolved
drew this for
reality.
International Men's Day.
Oh, did they? Wait, what?
Yeah,
International Men's Day. The
and
hell is
Pearl
that?
saying
That doesn't
and
exist.
Pearl saying, "Forget women. I will only make love to real men." Can't even finish it. He's so fucking weird, dude. He's so weird, man.
Oh man, that's gotta be a comedy, man. That's not.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
Forget
It's
women.
it's called Chad Universe, and all the Steven Universe women are drawn. Even the underage
Bad
girl
universe.
is drawn as a thick, scantily clad woman. And Steven Universe is buff Chad with sweatbands on his wrist for some reason.
Yeah, your classic buff Chad looking guy.
And the guy said, "No, this is an animated series I could get behind." I regret contributing to what turned out to be a blight on children's entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what sucks? Because like his storyboard arting wasn't even like bad. Like it wasn't like bad or anything. It was just so gross and weird, like the way that he would draw this stuff. Here, I'm sending them to you now. Okay, so I was wrong. My recollection. I'm gonna be honest. I've come across several like cartoon versions of Trump, so I confused this with one of the other ones. He's not buff, but it's still like gross as shit the way he's drawn.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see
it.
Yeah, it's not buff. It's just dad bod.
Yeah. No, it's not buff. They just put way too much emphasis on his shoulders.
Yeah, boy. I love the title for it.
And then the other one is one of the story.
It's crazy how they're making up stuff now. They're making up stuff like this and making up stuff like International Men's Day. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man,
just stop it.
I don't know what it was, but saving that image from Twitter really killed all the quality on it. But yeah, in the top right especially, or top right and top left, you can see his interpretation of Rebecca Sugar and her husband. Which oh god, he draws the husband with Sambo lips. That's so gross. That's a racist thing, by the way, the Sambo lips.
Yeah, I could see it.
It's and it's Rebecca Sugar being like, "I totally give you permission to date her."
Yeah. I mean, hey, there it is.
So fucking weird, man.
This is a guy who's lost in the sauce, and it's the wrong kind of sauce.
This is a man who jerked off too many times, and this is what you become.
This is what you become.
Oh shit! There's something being delivered right now. I'll be back to talk about that second topic, but move on to something else for now, and I'll be right back.
Actually, I won't move on to anything. We'll just have a little intermission here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just play some neat music and
yeah. Hey, you know what? Roll the
do an ad read.
What was it? Rolled Spanish Flea.
Okay, JD, I'm putting my headphones back on now.
Yeah, you back?
Yep, back.
All right.
Sorry, back. I was expecting it to be longer.
I kind of was too, but it was not that long. Not usually as long as the times you're like, JD, I gotta go, and then you don't come back.
JD, I gotta step out real quick. I gotta go get some milk.
So are you done with that tangent? Or you gotta talk a little bit more about it before?
A second one.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I ran upstairs. I ran to the door, signed for the package, grabbed the package. It was heavy. I had to bring it in. Ran back up as fast as I could.
Mm-hmm.
So Lord Bung is another situation. Is another situation very similar to what's happening with Verbalase, except it's like only slightly different in a few ways.
Wait, sorry, who? Lord what?
Lord Bung, B-U-N-G.
Bung, I see.
Bung. He had made this series on YouTube that I was a huge fan of called SCP Confinement. I'm pretty sure I've shown it to you and talked to you about it before.
I think so. It kind of rings a bell.
And it was this very cool series about a character who was essentially a self-insert of himself, but like they were written very well and nicely that you didn't like notice that kind of fact.
Okay.
It was just like fun. And it was a very fun show. It was animated by him until like the last couple episodes. And I use the last couple in quotations because technically one of them doesn't really count. And I'll explain why in a second. And this has been a thing that had been getting made for like the past, I think, and I mean genuine 10 years maybe. Or maybe like 8, 7. It's been
a pretty long
like
project.
Years. It's been a very long project. There's only 8 episodes out. All usually ranging from about like maybe 5 minutes to 10, 20.
Man, that's some high productivity right there. Reminds me of your channel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's disingenuous to your channel because you actually upload more than that. So far.
Like, I actually been uploading.
Well, you uploaded 1.
Hey, no. Don't come at me.
I'm just saying. It's just... Anyway.
I'll kill you,
Lord
JD,
Bung. Lord Bung. Let's get back to the bung hole, okay?
I'll kill you.
Let's dive into the bung hole, okay?
Your goddamn sleep. I'll fucking tear your goddamn head off.
James.
So yeah.
Oh my God.
What? What?
It's just the violence. So violent.
He's so violent. um, so he had been uploading these, and they had a really big arc, and there's been a build up in the background of the show for something huge becoming. He announced that I think it was going to be 10 episodes total, and that the last 3 episodes were going to be major episodes, like at least 20 minutes long each, I believe.
Yeah, major bag alert.
And we'd been on episode 7 for like I think about a year or 2 at this point. Or I think maybe even longer, as because he was like very tired from animating, so he's bringing other people on to help him.
I see.
And there had been this big push, this big kickstart to get it funded, and it was very well funded. Let me see how much money it raised.
10K, 20K?
It was a certain amount.
SCP confinement. It's just an SCP like fan project. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I see. You done finding it yet, James?
I'm trying to find
you're
it.
holding up the show.
I know.
We are all waiting for it.
I'll keep talking about it. Yeah, so it was I think I found it. Hold on. It's big. It's a big paragraph, so I gotta read through and try to figure it out.
Oh yeah, paragraphs. Reading. Your worst enemy. Quite a challenge for someone like you.
So this was back before the leak came out of the 8th episode. Okay, so yeah, it was a not small amount. That's what I remember. Is that it wasn't like $1,000 or something. It was like more, like maybe 10K, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Like I believe. And there was another situation going on at the same time that we talked about before, if I remember correctly. Do you remember Quite?
That rings a bell. Yeah.
He was the YouTuber who KWITE, I believe was his name.
Yeah. Was he like a Minecraft YouTuber, or what was he?
Yeah, I believe he was. And he had gone into a controversy that turned out to be a controversy of grooming, I believe, minors or something at the time. And he got called out for it, and then it was found out that was
Minecraft YouTuber grooming minors. What?
I know. It's like,
curse you, Minecraft!
God damn you, Notch, you fucking Nazi.
God damn it, Notch. How could you have done this?
I mean, when I found out you were a Nazi, Notch, I thought, wow, this couldn't be the worst thing that happened to Minecraft. Then all the YouTubers came out.
And then the YouTubers came in.
Like, God damn it, now what?
YouTubers knocked on the door like, let me introduce myself.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man.
Yeah, so what about Quite and SCP?
Lord Bung. So
yeah,
Lord Bung's girlfriend was the person that had accused Quite.
Oh, for the grooming thing?
Mm-hmm. And then the whole grooming thing turned out to be untrue and just was her upset at him and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think that
it's
was
just a funny little jape, James. It's just a prank.
No, it wasn't a funny little jape. It was definitely very harmful, and it was very problematic. But Lord Bung had been heavily defending his girlfriend at the time, and when it turned out to be untrue, he still defended her, and they kind of like ran off the internet from it because he'd been streaming his progress of making the show and doing like streams like a couple times a week all the time, and then he just stopped.
Women, James.
And him and his girlfriend basically ran off with the money that they made from SCP confinement. And episode 8 was leaked. And JD, this big build up. So to explain, by the way, the main character can be killed, but then he immediately pops into the world alive again.
Oh, so he just he's Subaru from ReZero.
Well, without the going to a new world aspect, you're in the same world.
Yeah, well, you're in the same world, but you don't get rewinded in time, though, right? It's like,
no, you don't get resurrected. You just literally have a new body next to where your old body is.
Okay.
And
he's a Call of Duty character. He respawns.
Yeah, it's literally Respawn. And how this plays into the 8th episode is that his character, when he respawns, he's naked. And this is always joked about. They're like, "You fucking weirdo." They're always like giving him shit
Are
about
you
it.
always
Or
this
like they'll
tired and
comment on
hungry and naked?
it.
I figured out those first two things. Sorry, that was a
And
flash
I
reference.
got it. I know. I got it.
Spaghetti. Let's keep. Yeah.
Fuck
So what
off.
about this guy? That respawns and he's naked.
And so what
Got a
this
small
plays into
penis.
this,
That's it's fine. There's no problem with that.
I didn't say anything, JD. I think you might be projecting.
I'm not projecting, okay, James. It's not small.
I'm not projecting.
It is at worst slightly below average.
You went from calm to not projecting.
It's like, well, I think you might be projecting. Shut up.
Okay, so
All right, now you can hit me with the dangerousness.
episode 8 released, and what people found out is that they'd basically been japed, JD. They'd been tricked, fooled.
Yeah.
They'd been bam fucking boozled, because episode 8 was like 3 minutes. That's all the animation that was done of what had been like ramping up in time, like the amount of time per episode.
Was it finished? Like it was 3 minutes was the whole thing, or
the 3 minutes were finished.
Okay.
And then there was nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I think there was no dialogue. It was just music over the top of it. And you can very clearly see where it goes from Lord Bung's art style to the new artists. Because they kind of replicate it. But then it's also like all of the characters no longer have that same sort of charm that his characters did. They're now all drawn in very specific ways.
It's a new style, new artist. New kid in the block.
And the thing is, it's just his character running around making people horny. This is where it comes into being very similar to Verbalase, the thing getting leaked and then the thing turning out to just be pure softcore porn.
It's pure. It's down bad. It becomes down bad.
Yeah, his character keeps dying and regenerating while running away from stuff and through the SCP compound. And he's running into guards, but he's naked, so the guards are getting all embarrassed and covering their faces. And he's just like swinging his dick around. Then he's swinging from the building. He's hitting against the wall, and his dick presses against the wall. And you see the person standing there drop their mouth.
His nutsack is swinging from side to side. The guys can't keep their eyes off of it.
It's literally 3 minutes of that, and it's got music over the back of it.
Yeah, can you give me the original? The original. I'll find the 3 minute animation of it and replace the music with "Hideaway" by Synapson. And I'm sure that one guy who really likes that song would appreciate it. Would appreciate me doing that.
I like it.
Hide away. It's just his penis flopping around.
And it's just that. Then it ends. There's no like other animation, like no animatics or storyboarding. It's just that's the end. That's all they had done for like 3 years, and he just deleted his whole channel after that. Just deleted everything, nuked it all.
It's all gone.
The videos have been re-uploaded on the
well, of course they have, but yeah,
on a channel belonging to a hero. The Lord Bung Confinement re-uploaded. By the way, at 16K followers, good for him.
That's funny. Yeah, everything once it's on the internet, James, it's just there.
Yeah, you know,
it's like in the air.
Oh yeah, people refer to it as the oh wait, no, this isn't the trailer, I forgot. It's literally as long as the trailer for episode 8. The trailer for episode 8 is literally as long as the video. And somebody has uploaded all of the episodes into one thing chronologically, and it has episode 8 in it. And so really quickly, I'm just going to check and see if that's in it right there, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for this fucking political at the end, dude. I'm so annoyed by these. They're just so like nothing.
Yeah, is it woke to you, James?
Yeah, it's pretty woke. It's pretty boring. It's pretty bleh.
It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
It makes me not want to live.
It makes me want to jump off a cliff in Minecraft.
It makes me want to commit suicide.
It makes me want to give the bracken a hug from behind.
Sorry, I'm having to do a lot
No,
of
it's
fast
okay,
forwarding.
James. We'll just wait here in silence as you pull this thing up within, which then doesn't really give a solid answer on whatever you wanted to find anyway.
Oh my god, I'm just realizing how much the art style truly changed.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a joke about them turning on a windshield wiper and hitting his dick as a bunch of people just stare at him doing it.
CJ's, it's funny. It's funnier than you made it out to be.
Oh god, this is so gross, dude.
Well, yeah, well.
Oh!
Yeah. What's wrong, James? Huh? Your innocent little mind can't handle a little penis, huh?
Well, it's not just that. They literally have a bit where like he's putting on an invisibility belt, but he puts it on and he thrusts into the camera while doing it, and you see like literally the ridge where it starts to like lead into where your penis is. Like the pubic area, like you see the hair and everything as he thrusts the camera, and then he turns invisible. Oh god! And now there's some scientists picking up mushrooms, and I'm pretty sure they're about to pick up his dick. They're about to grab his dick or something because he's invisible in front of them. No, never mind. His invisibility belt wore off, and the person got horny after seeing it. Cool.
I see.
Dude,
that's
is
funny.
so like gross.
Hey man.
Oh god, it's just him like borderline. It's not even borderline. It is him sexually assaulting people. Oh my god, it keeps going. I didn't even watch this far before.
That's good stuff, man.
Dude, he's now just stroking his dick.
It's SCP,
That's not SCP.
SCP, which is super cock penis. That's just what it is.
It's just him fucking.
Super cock penis. That's SCP confinement.
This is disgusting. This is actually like genuinely disgusting.
Okay, James, we get it. You're a straight guy, and you're so straight you hate looking at penises. I get it, James. Anyway, so yeah, I guess it is kind of similar. So wait, so it is a self-insert, right? Like that's bum.
That's why I'm like, this is even more gross.
That's supposed to be bum.
It's a self-insert of himself having sex with every single person.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's slipping and sliding all over the place, and then he's just fucking everybody. Like that's
I feel like this is worse than Verbalase, though. Just from the way that you said.
That's why I'm like, it's not too dissimilar. Is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's a very similar situation of this thing got leaked and it's a sexual thing, type thing, Yeah. Here, I'm sending it. I'm sending you the link. Watch at your own discretion so you understand.
No, I don't think I will.
I think you will.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I might. Because I'm
No, I don't think I will. I mean, maybe.
I mean, because I think you're overreacting, but
JD.
I mean, as far as I know, you're just a soft little boy, and you can't handle most of the things in real life. And I know that.
Oh god, dude, this is gross. This is so gross. I'm pretty sure most of these are also self-inserts of the writers.
Just a sheltered little boy, can't handle the horrors of the real world, and that's not your fault. It's just the way. It's just how you grow up. You just gotta.
Okay.
You just gotta be invisible. You gotta thrust yourself into the invisibility belt, and then
it finally ended. God, that's worse than I remember. I stopped watching halfway through when I originally watched it. I'm like, I'm good.
It's funny. If I've had a nickel for every.
That is the definition of fucking not just jumping the shark, fucking going straight to hell.
If I had $1 for every single time you've watched episode 8 leak of SCP confinement, I'd have $2 now. I'm rich.
Exaggerating how bad it was. You can imagine my shock when I slowly started realizing the entire thing was just softcore porn. What a bizarre ending to an incredible series.
Man, not even tasteful softcore.
It's fucking wow.
Well, is that it for the whole anime? Your beef with animators?
What's going on with my computer?
You alright? Can you hear me, James? Hello? It's working in Discord. I can hear. My voice is happening in Discord. It's on OBS. It's working. James?
I don't know why in the middle of. Can you hear me? By the way.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Could you hear me that whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing went wrong on my end.
Like a weird notification popped up that's like new audio device detected, switching now, and I'm like, what?
What?
What? I'm like,
oh no.
There we go. Yeah, so that happened. Verbalase, and it's very similar to that Lord Bong situation, which was worse than I thought. Not as bad, mind you, not as bad, but still very similarly bad.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole situation. I do have another topic, but you wanted to say something first?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So, secondly, our boy, Kai Cenat. You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm about to say?
So much less of him. No, I don't know what you're gonna say. I've been seeing like, oh, is this about him getting jumped?
Did he get jumped? I
saw something about him getting jumped, but I just didn't care enough to look into it, so I wasn't sure if that's what you were about to say.
No, I just saw this, and it reminded me of you again. So I was like, I should probably talk about this because I get to clown on James now because I got my boy Kai Cenat's back. My favorite Twitch is Kick streamer. I don't actually know where he streams on now. I think he's still on Twitch. Is he?
Maybe he's on Kick. Who fucking knows?
He might be on Kick now. But anyway, Kai Cenat, my goat, my main man. He's hating on Lil Nas X recently. That was the news.
Why?
He doesn't like Lil Nas X because Lil Nas X just released like a new song, I think.
Yeah, and Christ.
Yeah, and it was making fun of Christianity.
Oh no!
And Kai Cenat didn't like that. Yeah, Kai Cenat didn't like that.
Christianity hasn't had it,
dude.
Good enough,
dude. Lately, Christianity, my boy, has been just getting hammered over and over again. I think it's time to finally stop.
Excuse me, what has Christianity done wrong?
Other than preach the word of Jesus?
Exactly, brother. Exactly. Amen.
I haven't actually listened to this. I think I heard a small clip from it, and it sounds all right. I
haven't watched it either. I thought his last video that Christians got upset about was actually like good. Like the song I felt like was good.
I thought Christians were always just mad at him because
because he's gay.
Because he's gay.
Because he's gay and he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. So I thought Kai Cenat was like
openly gay.
Yeah, I thought Kai Cenat like hopped on that train. I always forget that, some people are just like some people can be like super religious and you don't really know about it until you start making fun of Christianity and they get really offended.
Yeah. I realized somebody who is Christian but like doesn't like conform to like standard Christianity but is like cool.
Yeah.
Still and is like fuck you to like the dumb shit and bad shit. Alan Richardson, aka the secondary bad guy in the new Fast and Furious that we watched.
Oh, Jack Reacher?
Jack Reacher.
He strikes me as a Christian, yeah.
Well, he didn't strike me as a Christian because like I know his filmography and like Blue State Mountain is like if you showed that to a Christian, they would have a fucking heart attack. And he was the main character.
I meant just by how he looked. He just struck me as like a God-fearing man.
I mean, not white hair, white skin, blue eyes, blonde hair.
White hair.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Richardson when he's 90 years old, white hair.
But yeah, no, like him being a Christian, but he's also like he like constantly is shitting on like fucking Republicans. He's like he's like the cool Christian that's like, yeah, no, Christianity isn't like the pure like one thing that you guys say it is. There's a lot of multifacets to it. We don't have to abide by just the one way it works and whatnot. And he's very anti-Republican, which is cool because they're very upset about. They're like, you're not the anti-libtard. You're not our cool.
Well, it seems like me and Alan Richardson wouldn't get along very well.
Yeah, how it would.
I go up to him and I'd be like,
up with one hand and cracks your neck. Like
I go up to him, I'll be like,
invincible to Eve.
I go up to him like, I'll be like, what are you gonna do? Kill me, libtard? And he does actually just kill me.
I mean, he's talked about this story before. He has stopped like a physical robbery by chasing a man down the street, and he's a huge fucking guy.
That would be scary.
Backing at you, dude.
You definitely wouldn't be want to rob a store with Alan Richardson in it. So
Dude, you fucking crack a car windows, take some shit from inside, and you hear a guy yell, "Hey!" You turn around, it's Alan Richardson in the middle of the night, running at you down an alleyway. What do you fucking do?
You cry, and then you pray.
You convert to Christianity.
Yeah, you become a Christian.
Will be kinder unto you.
Yeah, I feel like, but to give credit to Christianity, I feel like that's a religion that where you can make fun of it a bunch, and then it's all right, and then nothing too horrible will happen.
It's all right because a couple of reasons. It's not like they're a minority or anything. It's the number one religion in the world.
Actually, I don't think it is. Actually,
it is, but it's
I thought it was Islam.
No, Islam is what's projected to be overtaking it by I think 2030 something. That's the projection for when Islam is going to take over, because that's what's on the rise right now.
That's right.
But
that's
Christianity
right. That's
is still at the moment the number one.
It's the top dog.
It's the top G.
Not a Christian, by the way.
No, not a Christian. But we'll tell you, yeah, I believe in Islam. Knows only one thing about Islam, and is that you can have many wives.
Got him. Hey, you know what? That's my doctrine. That's the Bible I live by, man. And you gotta rise and grind in order to get those multiple wives.
And then I look Andrew Tate in the eyes and I say, "So you're okay with Muhammad?" And he says, "Yeah." And I say, "You're okay that Muhammad had a child bride?" And he's like, "Well, yes."
and then he says, "Are you recording me right now? Where's the camera at?"
Well, you can't record me.
I'm sorry, but what color is your Bugatti?
What color is your videotape? But Kai Cenat, yeah, that's a guy I would not expect to be Christian, especially if you literally watch any of his content.
Well, I mean, they're usually all kinds of like. Christians are never. Sometimes Christians are just not what you expect them to be.
I mean, yeah, Alan Richardson.
Exactly.
The anti-Republican.
It was funny because the clip I saw him complaining about Lil Nas X, and he had his friend on like Discord call or something, and his friend. And Kai Cenat was like, "Bro, Lil Nas X, bro, it's just, bro, the dude's bro." And then his friend's like, "What did he do? Like, what's wrong?
What the fuck are you saying right now?
What did he do?" And then he's just like, "Nah, he's just out here. Like, he's out here. What is he? Oh, bro, what is he doing, bro? It's just,
what
bro."
Is he doing?
And then his friend's like super confused because he's like, "What did he do? I don't get it." What did he do, man? And then Kai Cenat's like, he's disrespecting out here, bro. It's like the most incoherent.
How dare he?
If you didn't know what he was talking about, it's like the most incoherent ramble. But I just thought it was kind of funny. So anyway, yeah, if you don't like Lil Nas X for whatever reason, I guess you're just not gonna like him.
If your reason for not liking Lil Nas X is that he shits on Christianity, you'd be like, "Oh, what if he was shitting on a Jewish person?" Jewish people are a minority. Christianity is not. Christianity has also been a very oppressive thing.
What if he's shitting on Islam, people. Huh?
Yeah, like people would be like, "Oh, what if they shit on Islam? What would you say then?" Again, Islam is not a majority. They are a minority, and they have been oppressed by Christianity. Christianity has used their power to oppress all other religion. They are very
as God intended it to be, James.
Anti-it.
As God intended it to be.
Yeah, and God who said, "Don't do violence unto others. Treat others
but
as you want to be treated."
Also, if he made it fun of Islam, I feel like it would not end well for him. Anyway, though,
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if he would, though, because like Islam is also it's like the whole like when you go into it, there in religion you'll find a lot of like anti homophobic stuff, and you would absolutely find that within Islam and within Muslims and whatnot.
I feel like that's in like isn't that like in almost every religion?
Oh yeah, almost every. I think even Scientology, but also Scientology. Like when you look into how it was made, you're like,
yeah, the real religion, the actual religion, insane. Scientology, the only true religion, James.
I really want us to go to LA and get a picture in front of the building. I really want
picture in front of the Scientology building.
Oh, yeah, like shaking hands with somebody from there or something. You know,
you just pull a bit from that Matt did from Super Mega, where he walks in, he's like, "Can I get a subscription? How much is a subscription?" He's like, "Huh?" To Scientology, and then it just cuts there, moves on to the next topic, completely forgets about it.
And I've talked about this so many times, but the Scientology building is the most insane thing in LA. Like I saw a lot of crazy shit when I was down there, but like the most insane thing is the giant church with a fucking neon blue sign that just says Scientology on it.
Hmm.
It's this huge fucking chapel, like several stories high, and it just says Scientology.
Scientology.
You're driving down the freeway at night, you're getting fucking blinded by that shit. It's like in Blade Runner when he's staring at the hologram of Ana de Armas and he's just completely soaked in pink light. That's you driving down the freeway seeing Scientology.
Yeah, it's me. I drive. Ryan Gosling.
There's something inside you. But yeah, no, like you'll find a lot of anti-homophobic. I mean, you'll find a lot of anti-gay stuff. But then when you like really go into it, you'll find like there's a lot of contradictions within logic between it. And like when they use the sources for where it comes from, you ask them, hey,
you're just talking out of your ass.
I'm not. I mean, like, people are like, oh, Leviticus, this, and then you're like, okay, do you hold to the fact that in Leviticus it says that you should own slaves and beat them, but not so bad that they die, but only bad enough that they can recover the next day? And
okay.
They're like,
say it less bait.
In Leviticus it says it should only apply to the Israelites, and they're like, are you
okay?
But
say it less baseline.
What the fuck are you saying?
Say it less baseline.
To you? Do you wear mixed fabrics? Do you eat pork? Shut the fuck up! You don't believe what you say.
Do you wear mixed fabrics?
You.
Do you wear mixed fabrics? Do you eat pork?
That's literally one of the things. Do you wear blue and yellow tassels from like your shoulders or something? You know, like
no, dude, that's gay.
Shoulder garments.
You can miss me with that gay.
According to Leviticus, it's actually very straight.
You can miss me with that gay shit.
Tom, actually, you're getting even more gay by not doing that, JD. No, but it's a whole thing of like, well, do you hold to this belief? And then it's like, well, you want to go into like talking about like no, I'm Muslim, I don't believe in this. And it's like, okay, so then do you hold to the fact that the Prophet Muhammad had a relation with a 9-year-old and that is wrong? And it's like, no, and it's like, you know, you can get into the whole thing of like having the debate about it.
I guess you could.
I mean, you could. It's a whole debating of beliefs. Like, do you hold everything it says? Because if so, then you believe that it's okay that he had that relationship.
Well, James,
you want to talk about Christianity? Do you believe that it's okay that Mary was in a relationship? Mary was in a relationship. But Mary was like 12.
You gotta understand, James.
Jesus Christ?
Well, first of all, you're white. Second of all, it's just a cultural difference.
You are white. Second of all, you're only
Second
white.
of all,
third of all,
you're angry that you can never be.
First of all, I am a minority. Second of all, you are not a minority. Third of all, you want to be a minority, but you can't be a minority because you are white.
Gotcha. James, it's just a cultural difference, you know?
It's not. It's not. We all hold this belief. People still hold this belief across cultures.
Oh, yeah. Who's we all, James? Difference. You, white people?
No, JD. Human beings. Whoa!
Whoa! Are you just saying the only human beings are white people? What's going on now? Something's in
the way. Batman and Ryan Gosling from Drive driving next to each other. Batman, something.
No, it's Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling's I Drive, and behind him is Batman chasing him. Robert Pattinson was in the Batmobile chasing him down.
It's just Ryan Gosling calmly driving.
Well, yeah, those were the only big topics I want to talk about. Anything else you want to bring up before we end it?
I cracked 200 followers on TikTok, and my newest video got, I think, 640 likes on it.
Ooh, congratulations. Mm-hmm. It's big. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the rise to the next big TikTok star?
Me and Verbalase.
Racing against Verbalase.
Not 640, it's 469.
Okay.
I got it backwards. And 228 followers. It's very cool.
Very cool.
I'm very happy with it.
Well, yeah, and if you're interested in James's TikTok thing, you can find it somewhere. I don't think I've linked it, actually. But you could probably find it through the link, one of the links down below.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'll send it to JD real quick.
Sure. And then I will proceed to forget to add it to the next to this one.
And then I'll just sit there staring at you as you forgot to add it, just thinking there's something inside.
And then you'll hit me with that Kurt Angle stare as you see that the video pop up in your feed and description not being correct.
You know what my favorite thing about that is that Kurt Angle thought people were making fun of him by using it.
Yeah.
And like people had to explain to him like, no, Kurt, they're not making fun of you. They just think it's a funny face and it's very applicable to multiple situations.
They're using you to make fun of other things.
Yeah, Kurt, you're not the one being made fun of. Other people are. You're the one having the realistic reaction.
You are the stone that's holding still right now. You are the main sail.
You are the wave that is unbreaking.
Well, if you enjoyed, you should subscribe, like, and then you can catch us every Sunday. Sorry that these recent episodes will be getting more woke as James has finally come out of the closet and just completely
I'm sorry, man.
Destroyed everything with his wokeness.
It's just, it's,
it's just blah.
It's just blah. It's whatever. It's just spewing out of a free Palestine. It's like crazy.
Yeah, but you can't blame James. It's just because he's just a silly little guy. Then, but anyway, if you like him,
I got called that.
Did you?
Somebody called this guy. So like out of nowhere, I got
silly little guy or something else.
I don't know. It was this random guy that like just showed up in my comments all of a sudden on like one of my things because I realized like TikTok was like suppressing his comments and it was like, do you want to approve these comments? So I got it. I'm like, sure. And his comment was drawing characters for 5-year-olds at your big age. And I'm like, bro, what? And then he's like, look at you. You're 25 drawing characters off of a children's show with the Palestine flag in your name. Melt.
Got him.
And then it just starts going on, and then like he calls me like a silly little American. Like it's so I think they removed that because they start deleting like a ton of his comments because he was saying some pretty vile shit.
You're just a silly little American.
Yeah, silly little American.
Whoa, James! Remember.
So it's trickier for Hamas to get money.
Cultural difference, James. If you enjoyed, you should like and subscribe. James is in there in the description. All his links are down there. You can find them. And then that'll be it from me, James. Don't be so woke, okay, James?